We have Darth Plagueis versus Extraordinary Life of Felix. This was from our new player tournament last weekend, though by the time this gets edited and comes out in the schedule, I don't know, probably 2 weeks ago. Bruh, I don't know. It was our first tournament after the new patch. For Darth Plagueis, we have 4 Marauder Horsemen throwing axes, 2 Rot Knights, Kolek Suneater. Woohoo! Kolek! Kolek over here, Kolek! I love him so much. He disappoints me all the time, but I love his model. He's cute. He's a cute boy. Who's my big strong man? You're my big strong man. Do you have a hammer? That's so adorable. Love you, buddy. And then we have a Nurgle caster to support him with only Fleshy Abundance and the Severed Claw for some infantry. On the other side for Felix and the Lizardmen, Cold One Spear Riders, Feral Cold Ones, Skink Skirmishers, Court of Sotek, and then we have the Shredder of Lustria with a Life Slon. Life Slon has Regrowth and Earthblood. The Shredder is just the Shredder. Skink Cohorts with Javelins, going to quickly throw their Javelins at the Marauder front line. Great Weapons are unshielded, so they'll take a little more damage. And the Duel of Duels is already on as Kolek gets a big bap on the Shredder of Lustria's face. But the Shredder does outmatch him by just having almost 2-to-1 on Kolek's HP pool. 14,000 versus roughly 8,000, I think Kolek's max HP is. 9,000, so not quite 2-to-1, but pretty darn good. As Kolek's Bound Lightning spell, basically Renan's Thunderbolt, just lights up some skinks briefly. So both sides spent a lot on big monsters. One is Kolek, the other is the Shredder of Lustria. Shredder's going to come back in. Kolek got some pretty big hits onto the Slon, and he is trying to ignore the Shredder. He's going to try and take out the healing Slon so that he only has to kill the Shredder once, not 1.5 times. But this is at danger of overextending himself. He is getting shot by Skink Skirmishers, and he's taking constant rear shots in from the Shredder of Lustria. He's down to half HP now, so Kolek is not enjoying this whatsoever. We do have some Skirmish Cav around, throwing axes, all trying to hit the Feral Cold Ones. And we have some Rot Knights kind of being bystanders. There's other Rot Knights that are getting involved, but there is one Rot Knight unit that was not playing the game yet. Now they're going to charge in. Kolek is still hunting down the Slon, but the Slon has regrowthed himself, resetting all of the effort that Kolek put in. Kolek has to probably back out now and get away from the Shredder, get away from these extra skinks while he still can. The melee fight in the front line is going pretty heavily to the Lizardmen. We can see most of the Marauders are already dead. The Severed Claw are also taking damage, which is not something the Severed Claw like to do. They often spend the entire game relying on their crazy melee defense to stay full HP, so being damaged is not good. Rot Knights trying to chew through Cold One Spear Riders. The other Rot Knights did kill an entire Feral Cold One. And Kolek got his first Fleshy Abundance, so he did get a bit of a heal, as the Lizards also fall back for their heal. Capture points in the center. Neither side has gotten it yet. I kind of would want the Warriors of Chaos to just put their Skirmish Cav on it, since they're not really in any danger. But it is what it is, as they throw at the Cold One Spear Riders. Shredder of Lustria rejoins the fight against the Severed Claw. Blood Statue of Spite also onto them. Really wants to get rid of this elite infantry for the Warriors of Chaos, leave them with just cavalry. But another Thunderbolt cast in from Kolek does really good damage onto the cohort of Sotek. And Rot Knights plus Kolek trying to kill off the last healthy Cold One Spear Rider. As Feral Cold Ones wander on the side, not quite sure how to help out as best as possible. So for the side of the Warriors of Chaos, all their cavalry is still feeling pretty good. On the side of Lizardmen, they still have a lot of skinks in the background who have, like, skirmish darts. They have a full health Shredder and a Slon who's full HP currently, but has healed a lot, so who knows where his healing cap is. Skirmish Cav going to fall back for the Warriors of Chaos. The Rot Knights have charged in. Gotten a decent engagement, the Rot Knights have, but they are fighting on enemy infantry and next to the Shredder and in front of enemy darts, so it's good for now, but a big asterisk there. Kolek charges in with Fleshy Abundance healing him up, and Star Crusher popped, but on the other side, the Lizardmen do have Shield the Old Ones and Earthblood countering that damage, while 4 Skirmish Cav all fire in, going for the Shredder of Lustria. In comes a Bound Banishment onto 2. They do start to dodge it. One is dodging it by going into melee with Skink Skirmishers, which is generally pretty smart, and the other one just runs directly away, while 2 more Skirmish Cav line up onto the Shredder of Lustria. Gonna get some damage in as the Rot Knights have the support. The Rot Knights are gonna peel off and go deal with the Slon, leaving Kolek all alone with the Shredder of Lustria. I feel like we might be dividing our attention too much. I understand going for the healer and then dealing with the Shredder once, but after that failed and you've done so much damage to the Shredder and now he's getting a heal anyway, you might just want to focus up rather than splitting your damage between the 2 large monsters, since the Slon does have 6,000 HP after all. Rot Knights take out the last of the Cold One Spear Riders. Other Cold One Spear Riders have rallied at very little HP, but they could be a nuisance for the Skirmish Cav as they do plow right into the side of those guys who are going to have to run away. Cohort of Sotek also peeling off some of our Skirmish Cav brethren. And the Skink Skirmishers still being a nuisance as well, firing in. Kolek's getting pretty low on HP, down to 4,000 while being nearly heal capped is brutal. Rot Knights slowly regenerating up for now, but they are going to tear out from the Shredder of Lustria soon. There's another Earthblood out from the Lizardmen. Still no HP cap on the Slann. The Shredder is close to his as the Rot Knights try to get to safety. Skirmish cap still skirmishing around, and Kolek gets another beautiful lightning shot onto a Skink Skirmisher, taking about half its HP. Rot Knights harassing the Shredder of Lustria. Life Slann is forced back. Skirmishers all dive in to get a full surround in this area, routing the Cold and Spear Riders, and trying to just kill those Skinks in melee rather than using your precious ammo on them. And also, Skink Skirmishers would much rather shoot at Skirmish Cav than fight them in melee, so that's what it is. Cold-blooded from the Slann, trying to keep those guys in the game as the Rot Knights surround the Slann, get a bit more damage out, and there is his heal cap, so we can see the heal cap of both Lizardmen, big single entities, but a couple more Earthbloods will finish them off healing-wise. Rot Knights should probably retreat. Don't want this fight all on their own, but it looks like they're trying to hold for just a second longer as the other Rot Knights try and charge in. They do tear out away, down to 10 models, but they will regenerate and come back slowly on their own. Kolek is still trying to participate as the cohort of Sotek refuse to die. Kolek decides to peel off. Still do have 2 Skirmish Cav with a good amount of ammunition, 6 and 7 volleys on those guys. Another shield, the old ones, is out. Severed Claw stuck in there fighting as the Rot Knights once again charged in. Their flag is all over the place, but their models are actually spread through this area as they get a fleshy abundance. Nice use of that. Slann is once again under attack from the remnants of the other Rot Knights, and the Skirmish Cav have fallen back. Again, throwing at the Shredder of Lustria, who did just get an Earthblood, so I think he is officially heal capped as a big damage comes down from Kolek charging in with Star Crusher, and from a big volley from the Skirmish Cav. Took him at about 3,000 HP in the blink of an eye, but Kolek's down to 1,500 HP. The Shredder is still at 5,700. Do not let their percentages fool you, because the Shredder just has such higher HP numbers. Multiple great shots onto Kolek. Forces him away, nearly kills him off, forces the Warriors of Chaos into a pretty bad balance of power situation. For the Warriors of Chaos, we still have some Rot Knights trying to heal up. We have Skirmish Cav trying to run off the remnants of Skinks. We have other Skirmish Cav with 7 volleys left between them, not both. But it's still a lot of throwing axe damage potential, and more Rot Knights trying to heal. We do have a healing caster, but not a lot of targets left for him to use those spells on. Kolek isn't looking too good. If there is one more Fleshy Abundance on the Kolek, it could be nice, but I mean, his heal cap is 1,500, so it's not great. Skirmish Cav are running out of ammunition. Do they have Fire at Will on, which would be a huge no-no, because they're using some of their ammo on these Skink Skirmishers. I think they are using some of their ammo on these Skink Skirmishers. That needs to stop immediately. Kolek is back. Lizardmen have rejoined on the point. We have Rot Knights, like I said, healing. It looks like we're just doing a bit of setup. So I'm going to fast forward until something gets going here. The joys of a replay, because Warriors of Chaos just want their Rot Knights to heal. So they're not in a hurry. All right, Lizardmen take the conquest point. Kolek did get a Fleshy Abundance while I wasn't looking, so he is officially heal capped at 1,500 HP. Shredder's heal capped at 4,700 HP. The Slann still has a little bit left to go. And then we have some random Skinks around here. Still setting up. Gonna fast forward for a little bit longer. Because the Shredder of Lustria's Howdah is going nuts. It no longer applies an artillery debuff, but I mean, they're still doing damage. Lizardmen cede the point, trying to go after some Skirmish Cav instead. These Skirmish Cav line up with their last 2 volleys, try and shoot at the Shredder. Didn't get that much damage out, so I wonder if they were shooting at the Shredder, if they shot at something else. I guess they both still say they have 2 ammo, so they didn't get a full volley off necessarily. Rot Knights lining up on the back. Charging at Skink Skirmishers who retreat behind the Shredder, so just kind of confusing the charge of Nurgle. They don't get that big impact damage they wanted. Kolek is running back in. No uses of Lord of the Storm left. Something just went down. It looks like it's the Shield the Old Ones circle. But Kolek got a big hit onto the Shredder of Lustria, plus some skirmish volleys did, so he's down about 1,000 HP from when we first looked at him. Kolek is getting slowly poked. His leadership falls negative. Starcrusher is still popped and gets another big shot onto the Shredder of Lustria. Armor of Quetzal, giving everybody around here a little bit more melee defense, a little bit more armor. Kolek takes 2 big hits and he routes for the 2nd time, but the Shredder is also going to route, but Kolek dies, and that is a disaster. The leadership falls apart for the Warriors of Chaos, because without Kolek, the Shredder of Lustria is -8 leadership aura, and then its terror really start taking people out of the fight. Warriors of Chaos down on the balance of power. There's still some decent Lizardmen skinks running around, but really it's these dart skinks that are a big problem. They're routing off things that are going to chase the Shredder. So the Shredder might be able to come back. 12 leadership, so it should come back if given the ability to without something right next to it. And why can't I shift my camera again? What the hell? I can't move my camera vertical. Hey! Hey! There we go. A little bit. Ugh, I hate when it bugs out like that. It actually does it. Not frequently, but it's not the first time it's happened to me either. Okay. Rot Knights still trying to regenerate up, as they have been for a while, and we're getting a fleshy abundance on a Marauder Horseman with throwing axes. That's how long and slogging this game has been, is even Marauder Horseman throwing axes are now a viable target for healing. As the Rot Knights have their own healing, it looks like he really just wants something else on this map to have a bit of leadership to help him chase off the Shredder. Shredder's getting low on HP, down to 1,000. Rot Knights are also pursuing this. Though honestly, the Marauder Horsemen have this. You might want to downhill charge those skinks while you could have, but now they're running away. Could have been some good impact damage. All right. Marauder still fighting it out. Trying to get back in here. Healing from the salon on all those skinks. Shredder's down to 800 HP and falling, as again, Warriors of Chaos just trying to set up their cav. Let them rest, let them regenerate, let these ones chase down the Shredder of Lustria. And the Nurgle caster's trying to get to safety as the Severed Claw come back with 8 barriers and 68 HP, 0 leadership. The Marauders and the Severed Claw are going to rout as soon as they get in range of the Lizardmen, though, so they aren't really a force. Mostly you're looking at the Chaos Sorcerer of Nurgle right now, just doing a bit while he can as the cavalry comes back. Very, very healthy Marauder Horsemen far off in the distance because they had to chase the Shredder all the way off the map, but as we saw, those guys instantly shattered upon coming in within range of the Lizardmen. Here come the Marauder Horsemen. Charging is the only thing that's going to keep them in this. Big impact damage, but then they're going to rout nearly instantaneously. Balance of power gets untenably bad for the Warriors of Chaos because their caster routed. The game does not believe in the rest of these guys to carry it, as the Rot Knights need to get a huge charge in to keep the momentum going. Decent damage value, but an Earthblood back in for the Lizards could seal the fate of the Warriors of Chaos, as the Lizardmen HP goes up, their balance of power goes up, and it was already, like I said, just untenably bad. So army losses takes them out. Maybe a little early, but that Exalted Hero of Nurgle dying off was the end for Darth Plagueis. Severed Claw did well, Rot Knights did well, Skirmish Cav did fantastically, Kolek did very, very well with all the healing support. The other side, the Shredder of Lustria did fantastically. Skinks did pretty great. Ooh, the Skink Skirmishers did incredible work over the course of a very long game. And then the Colden Riders did all right. GG.
Subscribe, yes, yes.